Hello and welcome to SMPTE Elections 2018. I'm Lane Cooper with Mindshare Capture Consulting, and it is my pleasure to introduce you to some of the key players in our community who are running for elected roles in the SMPTE organization. Extremely fortunate today to catch up with Chris Fetner. He is running for the Board of Governors for the Hollywood region. Chris, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us today.
Thank you, Lane. Thanks for having me.
So Chris, at Netflix, you guys are blazing, along with some very few others, are really making a huge impact on blazing this new trail in the area that you mentioned at the outset, the OTT. What do you see as your opportunity, your objectives, and the opportunities that you'd like to pursue as governor going forward and in an elected role? What are some of the ways that you'll bring in some of those new players, new capabilities, new services that are really
Yeah. I mean, I think that, for me, the challenges that SMPTE has is just to get faster. It's the industry changes a lot more rapidly than it has in the past. And so standards need to get faster to continue to be impactful to the business. I also think that we need to cultivate new talent, that as we look at what engineers look like today versus maybe what they looked like 10, 15 years ago, increasingly there's sort of a hybrid model of folks that are coders, and still hardware manufacturing is very important. Care and feeding of actual hardware is important, but developing software code and algorithms and all of the other things that are really important to the future of this business, that talent needs to be cultivated. It doesn't necessarily exist today in this industry. Nor does it, the people that are already talented at those things don't naturally gravitate to this industry. And so I think that for me, it's really important to get faster around standards, to be better at using technology that is collaborative in nature, and tools that are going to allow things to be faster, and then developing that talent and the appetite to get into this business as opposed to maybe getting into other businesses that might be more interesting. And then the last piece for me is, one of the things that has made SMPTE so successful is their library, their IP, and their ability to monetize things to make for a healthy business. A healthy standards group. And so I think that would be the third thing for me that's really important, is getting them into a place where they have sustainable business models around their IP and continue to be a healthy standards group. Outstanding.
Chris, clearly you have a very specific set of objectives in mind. I really appreciate the service that you've provided to SMPTE to date, and the energy that an organization like yours represents as this industry continues to evolve. Thank you so much for taking a moment to chat with us and to share your vision of where it is that we ought to be going. Appreciate your
All right, great. Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.